Hello friends, welcome to Goemkarponn with me Suraj Nandrekar on this special program Just Casual. Joining us today on the show is this former spokesperson of BJP, Savio Rodrigues. We all know BJP has won the ZP elections, but what we don't know is the discontent within the party, be it corruption, be it environment degradation or employment issues. There have been a lot of people who have raised the issues, and we have called Savio specially to speak about a few things. As we all know, few days ago he had made some posts regarding corruption in the government and how a MLA had taken money from a BJP office bearer. So let's talk to him about what this whole controversy is about and what triggered these emotions of his. Welcome, Savio. First thing, what was the trigger to all your outbursts on social media? We read your tweet about the corruption, about the MLA, the minister, and the office bearer involved.
Well, Suraj, to be brutally honest, 25 people, innocent people, losing their lives, which I see as a failure of the Goa administration, is actually the trigger. Now, why do I say that? I say that because I believe it was corruption that led to people within the government administration to turn a blind eye to blatant illegalities that were there with the Birch nightclub. And because of that corruption, the fire took place. Because of that fire, 25 innocent people lost their lives. At some point of time, as a state, as a government, and as a political party, we must have the courage to look at the truth. And the truth today is that in 2020, there were 20 nightclubs in Goa. In 2025, there are 200 nightclubs in Goa, and almost all of the nightclubs are illegal because they do not have all their permissions in place. Now, the reason I put out that particular tweet, because that shows you the genesis of corruption. In that tweet, I said an office bearer, an MLA, and a minister. Now, if an office bearer has to spend or pay 10 lakhs of rupees to get a certain clearance for his housing project, it only means that everything within the administrative setup is saleable. And because of that saleability, 25 innocent people have lost their lives. Today, many people in Goa are upset about it. But many people also say that there were no Goans who died. That doesn't matter, does it? 25 innocent people lost their life. A lady lost 3 sisters and her husband. And all we did as a government, is what she told me on national television, was they called her for her bank account details. Nobody asked her whether she had the psychological impact of it. Nobody's asking her what will she do, because she was not the working member of her family, and the working member, her husband, is no longer there. There are 2 parents that she has to look after, the kids. Nobody bothered. Does anybody care about that boy from Assam whose first job was this particular job? Yeah. So by giving 7 lakhs, have we done our responsibility? Is that the value of 4 people who have lost their lives? That is the trigger. And that triggers so much, Suraj, that I'm telling this government time and again that if we don't correct ourselves, then I will stand and expose every single rot in this system. Why? Because beyond a point, we have to save Goa. It is not about BJP. It is not about Congress. It is not about any political leader. It is about the future of our children in Goa. And today, what I see happening around is an anger that is emerging inside the people of Goa. That anger, ZP elections you can win. You could win the assembly elections also. It doesn't matter. What matters is the Goenkar happy? And the answer is he is not. And that revolution, that kranti, that blood that is boiling, that's going to erupt. And it's going to be very difficult for the political leaders who think that they can be corrupt and that they can influence people to continue in Goa. Goa saw revolutions many times, and they will see a revolution again. You see the amount of destruction that they are doing to our hills, to our ecology, to our water. Now they've even come into our cultural aspect. What were those people doing in the nightclub? They were watching a belly dancer. This is what we are promoting.
I saw that.
Is this what we want? Do we want a Thailand? Is that our culture? The tourism of Goa needs to define itself. The tourism of Goa is not the tourism of Thailand, and Thailand has good part of tourism. Why are we taking the bad part of the tourism in Thailand and trying to bring it here? Why was it necessary for them to have that nightclub in such a sprawling thing when everything about it was illegal? Nobody's answering the question. Why was the IAS officer in charge of the Goa Coastal Authority? Why sweep aside the case when his own department, 3 members of his own department brought out the illegalities? He says it's not a part of the Goa Coastal Regulatory Body. Okay. You had an IPS officer who called the police officers saying that, you don't take action against the noise pollution in that place. This Birch property was existing for 2 years. It was running for 2 years. Like that, there are many more. The government's own audit is showing them that. So how is it running? I'll tell you. A former officer in the government that I spoke to, please understand, there are many honest guys in the system, as there are corrupt. The honest officers have started coming to me and giving me a list of the corruptions. And very soon I'll start publishing every list of that corruption. I'll come to your show and publish some of them. The point is this. This officer said, sir, the kickbacks, or hafta as you want to call it, is between 10 lakhs to 25 lakhs per nightclub per month.
Oh.
Okay. Now, assuming we take the number of 200 nightclubs, okay? So 10 lakhs on the minimum into 200 nightclubs is 20 crores a month. Which works out to 240 crores a year. Right? That is the kind of corruption I am talking about. If the government wants to prove what I'm saying is not correct, then please shut down the illegal nightclubs. Otherwise, we will start taking media to the illegal nightclubs and start showing the world what these illegal nightclubs are. Do you think that is only dancing and booze inside that place? Please see some of them. It is much more. It is not the culture of Goa. And that is what needs to be changed, because Goa is Devbhoomi. Devbhoomi is not only about turning it into a religious destination. It is a religious destination, but it also upholds the cultural values of this place. We don't want Delhification. Let's be clear on that. Please understand what the money bags in Delhi want from Goa. The money bags from Delhi want to come in and capture our land, capture our businesses, because we are saleable. Everyone in power, I find it very difficult to find even one who is not gone and sold his soul to a guy in Delhi. I travel to Delhi so often, I spend more time in Delhi. I know how they think. Imagine people one gentleman over there tells me, अगर आपको कोई गोवा में प्रॉब्लम हो, सीएम के आप मिल नहीं सकते हो, या सीएम का कोई जम नहीं रहा है आपके साथ, हम बात करते हैं उससे. I told him, I said, सीएम तो मेरा है, आपकी ज़रूरत क्या है मुझे? नहीं, आप नहीं जानते, हम मैनेज कर सकते हैं ये सब चीज़ों को. आपकी ज़रूरत नहीं है.
Yes, as you said, all this thing, what triggered, and you have justified what you said on social media. Tell me one thing, what stopped you from naming the minister, MLA and the office bearers?
Because the idea is not to...
Obviously, you would be knowing it.
So one of the 3 of them have told me this.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
You have the MLA, you have the office bearer, you have the minister. One of the 3 of them has told me this. The idea is not to victimize them. The idea is to tell the people of Goa that even at this highest level, such corruption is happening. So if they want to change it, they need to come out and stand up and fight corruption with me. Right? By exposing the minister, what will happen? The minister will go here, Our office bearer will say something else, the MLA will say something else. What does it do? It does not correct the system. The system gets corrected when people rise up. If today an office bearer has to pay 10 lakhs of rupees, and which is known, what is it for the common man? So I want a movement. I want the people of Goa to rise up against corruption. I want like-minded people who care about Goa to stand up and say, I will not pay to get this work done. Who are the people doing this work? Who are getting the illegalities? Please ask to go in businesses. Please ask to go in businesses. A very senior business leader in Goa once told me about a year back that was a particular minister actually was not moving his file because he wanted some gratification. Till he, of course, had to use a different leverage. That is the level you're going to treat our Goan businessmen like. So how come his guys from outside, from Delhi and other parts of India, can come in, throw money and get work done? You are harassing our Goans only, no?
Correct.
So what is Goemkarponn about it? You're the government of Goa. Your first right is towards the people. Today, Goan businessmen can't do business in Goa.
How do you react to this BJP statement, disowning your statement and saying that you are not an office bearer in the BJP?
Well, as on 19th June 2025, I had put out a tweet based on a tweet that the government itself had put out on state executive members. Okay, there is Savio Rodrigues, who's a state executive member over there, which is my name. I don't know any other Savio Rodrigues who they have appointed as state executive member. But what happens is Damu is a very energetic, very promising president. So in the many things that he has, he must have forgotten that I'm also a state executive. See, there are many people he has to look after, right? But I want to tell Damu just one thing, that whether I'm a state executive member or I'm not an official member of the party, I'm a son of Goa. He better understand that. As a Goenkarno, I have every right to open my mouth. My right, my duty is sown to the land that I come from, which is Goa. The political party is because I aspire and I understand what Modi works for and what Amit Shah works for and what Mr. Parrikar stood for. But my loyalty is to my land, and that is my state, Goa.
Yeah. So even as we speak today, you have put out another tweet talking about illegal construction, environment degradation. You have also tagged the PM and the Home Minister on this.
I've not only tagged them, I'm actually going to Delhi in the first week of January. I've sought an appointment with the Home Minister. Hopefully I should get it. And I will give him my report on what I think is the illegalities happening in Goa as far as the environment is concerned, as far as the tourism businesses are concerned. In fact, you see, what my biggest fear is, Suraj, is that I don't think anything Goenkar will remain in the next 5 to 10 years. That's my biggest fear. Our children cannot walk in North Goa, Suraj. You think I can go with my daughters to North Goa?
I know that.
Do you think anyone from the kind of Sanskriti we have, we can walk in those places? I am angry with my government because I expected much more better from them. You know, they can take whatever decision they want. They are within their right as party to take whatever decision. You don't want me as state executive, don't keep me. You know, it doesn't matter. But what I'm saying is, please tell me what I'm fighting for. Is it not for the future of your children as well? Why are we selling ourselves to the guys from outside? You look at what happened in Arambol, no? 3 lakh and more square meters has just been cleared. What are we doing? Are we not selling ourselves cheap?
Savio, as we talk about, see, there is a coincidence of timing, as I spoke to you earlier. You know, your friend, Arnab Goswami, the editor-in-chief of Republic, he was looked upon as a BJP man, or the other channels have named him. He has been taking off on the government of late, and your timing and his timing actually clashed. So is there a coincidence, or is it just...
Well, Arnab and I are brothers from different mothers. And obviously our fathers are also different, but I don't know.
Yes.
Let's just say we both are sons of Bharat Mata. So I think the trigger to both of us is the same issue. The issue is corruption. The issue is environment degradation. He has taken it up on a national level. I've taken it up at a state level. Arnab's not a part of the BJP officially.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
I am officially a part of the BJP. Right? So today people are asking me why. I'm just saying one thing to the people. Tell me why not? Does being a part of the party makes me turn a blind eye to when my house is burning? Let me give you a scenario, okay? Everybody's saying, look at the good that is happening all around. I say, okay, but my house is burning. Can I look at the good that's happening around when my house is burning? Or should I start screaming and telling people, help, help, my house is burning?
Obviously.
So some people just don't understand the reality of the situation. That Goa is burning. It actually literally burned. And that's why 25 people died, no? That is where the problem is, Suraj. I want the people of Goa to wake up and realize that Goa is burning. The soul of Goa is burning. We are losing the very identity we stood for. People wanted to come to Goa because it was a place away from the mess of the rest of the country. They felt Goa connected to their souls. We're not connecting to their souls anymore. Nobody wants to come here. We have large number of tourists coming in, but is that the kind of tourists we want?
Savio, just interfere. The thing is, see, you took to social media to take up these issues, to expose all these issues. As a BJP executive member, do you not have any powers to discuss all these issues in the executive committee?
Well, we do have powers. You can raise it with them.
Yeah.
Okay. And one has spoken to them, not written, but in words. I had a massive discussion with Sadanand Tanwade, the Member of Parliament, when he and I met in Delhi. I raised the issues that I'm hearing in Delhi about corruption. And he and I had a talk about it as well. Similarly, we've had talks with other leaders as well. I don't want to take their name. The reason I took Sadanand's name because I find him to be a good man.
Yeah.
Okay. And that is why I told him these are my concerns. You see, the problem is, Suraj, I want this issue to go beyond party lines. So today, I'm not afraid of any decision that the party wants to take. Okay? I was not a party man first. I'm a citizen first.
Correct.
And after being a citizen, I'm a journalist also. I have a vocation. I have a commitment, right? What am I saying is wrong? I've asked the party members, please tell me what have I said is wrong. If the opposition in Goa is dead, is that my problem? If the opposition is not going to open their mouth, as a party member, should I keep quiet? Should I watch my house burn? Why should I watch my house burn? Is it not something that I love? Is it not something that I care for? Please look at what's happening to Goa, Suraj. You and I know, we are journalists, we can see it.
We can see it, yeah, correct.
We know what is happening, and this cannot happen without corruption. You might want to say a lot of things. I told a Delhi leader very categorically, Modi ji ne bola hai apne sare karyakarta ko, apne sare ministers ko, कि ना खाऊंगा ना खाने दूंगा. पर गोवा के अंदर इसने बोला नहीं पीने के लिए, क्योंकि गोवा के अंदर करप्शन का पीते जा रहे हैं ये लोग. They are just drinking corruption. And it is a reality, because if it wasn't a reality, please answer, how are there 200 nightclubs in Goa? Illegal nightclubs. I forget everything else. Please answer on the nightclubs.
Correct.
And today they're stealing some nightclubs. A day later they are opening it up. They are sealing, they are getting their fire permissions. How did the Luthras get through all the permissions? Not a single one. Today you're saying the village of Arpora, yes, they would have been certain complacency over there. But if the village panchayat has made a mistake, nobody up the ladder can pinpoint that this is wrong. Are we so divided? So what I understand, what is going on, is that every department is passing the buck onto somebody else.
It's like government within a government.
Every department is passing the buck. Yeah. And by passing the buck, nobody is getting culpable for what has happened. And this is murder, Suraj.
This is murder, correct. When you're talking about corruption, do you think today's BJP has failed the BJP of Manohar Parrikar?
Today's BJP is not even close to what BJP of Manoj Parrikar is all about. Let me say that as brutally honest. Manoj Parrikar had a vision. Manoj Parrikar was somebody, I'm saying that he may have done many things people would have said he could have done better. Yes, he could have. But what Manoj Parrikar was never a slave to Delhi. Manoj Parrikar was never going to support Delhification. And the problem with the BJP leaders today is that they are slaves to Delhification. The money bags coming from Delhi or North India, whichever way you want to look at, or even certain parts of South India. That's the problem. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a classic example. It came out in the newspapers 2.5 weeks ago. A man representing the Chief Minister's office of Maharashtra came and met with the Chief Minister of Goa. Donated 31 laptops. I don't know if you're aware, but it was a story in most Maharashtra
I know
papers.
that.
Donated 31 laptops.
We didn't know about it.
Correct. Donated 31 laptops. The CM puts it on his social media handle.
Correct.
Everything is done. That man, Vibhav Thakur, is accused of a 200 crore scam. And he was on bail when he came to Goa and gave the laptops. We have now returned the laptops. Now I'm asking you one question. Devendra Fadnavis is very close to the BJP in Goa. Did nobody in the CM's office have the common sense to call his office and ask him, do you know this person? Are we so enamored by media? Oh my God, there's a great media thing. Let's call all the cameras. Anyway, the CM likes a lot of cameras. No? He likes a lot of his entourage, as you would call it, when he travels. That time they didn't have the common sense to call the CM of Maharashtra or his office and ask him, sir, do you know this boy? Is he a representative? What happens? Who looks like a fool? When the Chief Minister of Goa looks like a fool, every single Goan looks like a fool. He represents us. He's an ambassador of Goa. So today, see that, no? That is an example of how much we are enamored by people from outside. Arey, CM का representative आ गया महाराष्ट्र से, हमें कुछ उसके साथ करना है. क्यों? ना कोई check करता है, कुछ नहीं करता है.
सब चलता है.
सब चलता है. Or that is, the problem is just that it is CM's own word. I think that is the most misappropriate word. Bhipache garaz na.
Bhipache garaz na.
That's what he said.
Yes, Savio, this all said and done. See, the thing is, are the IAS officers, as we IAS and IPS officers, administrative officers, bureaucrats who are coming from Delhi, are they overriding the politicians in Goa? Because, see, as you see in the Birch case, do the CM and the other ministers have no powers over these people?
Well, that's the worrying factor then, no? That is even more worrying than the corruption. Yeah. Because then what you are really saying is that, okay, maybe the IAS officers are corrupt and we are not corrupt and therefore we have no control.
No, we have got two roles of one IPS officer calling up and telling not to take any action on the noise pollution. Second, the IAS officer says that he has no jurisdiction over the coastal illegalities. So how do we see this? Nobody has any power over this.
No, so please answer, no. Have the IAS and the IPS officer called for questioning ever since the investigations have started?
Not yet.
Not yet. To the best of my knowledge, not yet.
Not yet. Even I know not yet.
Right? Yeah. What does that mean? So it means that somebody in the government is afraid. And that is what I'm having a problem, no.
They may be afraid the skeletons will tumble out.
The skeletons might tumble. Maybe there's some power in Delhi that has influenced them. Because the Luthras are not small players, my friend. The Luthras are people with money and connections. That is why they were told when the incident happened at 1:18, when they booked their flights to go to Thailand, they realized that they had to go. It's a different thing that Prime Minister Modi and Amit Shah actually got very, very angry about what happened. And they spoke to the CM. The PM spoke to the CM at 5:30 in the morning of that same day. That is why the state got aggressive, and that is why the center got aggressive to ensure the Luthras came back. And because the local media and the national media made noise. If there was no noise made, the Luthras would have escaped.
Escaped.
100%.
They could have been arrested and got bail by now. Actually.
Yes, but I don't think it's going to be that easy for them. But Luthras will behave like Luthras. Okay? What I am interested in knowing is who gave Luthras the confidence that they can behave like Luthras. And that is where I have a problem. And that, you see, we all might want to blame the guys from outside of Goa, and rightfully so. They come with the money, they tempt, and we get tempted. The question is, if you are given a position of power by the people of Goa to be the watchman, then if the watchman itself opens the door, then the house is not going to be safe at all. And that is the problem I have with what has happened. I am trying to tell the BJP, I'm trying to tell the political leaders, can you stop selling Goa to the outsiders? Because you might not have a Goa left anymore that will be there for our children. And if it doesn't matter to you, then I'm sorry, the people of Goa will ensure that you won't matter to them.
You have very good connections in Delhi, also in the national media. I want to ask you one question. Will the national BJP or the center not act against the government, or this will be just pushed under the carpet?
Well, I believe this issue has gone to the highest offices. I believe that there will be some corrective measure as far as the workings of the Goa government is concerned. I don't know what it is, but I know both Modi and Amit Shah have taken what has happened quite seriously. What is even more, I would say, caught their eye is that I normally come and defend the BJP on national television. And if Savio is upset about something, then there is some element of truth that has got to be there. And it's not that I haven't been telling the people in Delhi about it. The problem is, what is it that the local leadership is telling Delhi? Like I knew during the ZP, which even the local leadership didn't know, that there were so many other investigators from the center who were mapping what was happening during the ZP elections. In fact, I put out a tweet also that said that Goa will win, the BJP will win 32 seats exact with the NDA. When I meant BJP, I meant the NDA. And everybody was surprised, how does Savio know that? Because Savio has his own investigation network, even in the state. I am telling you right now that the ZP has happened because the impact of what was not felt so quick. If BJP does not correct itself, 2027 is not going to be an easy ride. And that is why the center is very serious about it. More so because Modi considers Goa to be his lucky mascot. He genuinely cares for Goa. I know this man is concerned. I know how he thinks. I know how Amit Shah thinks, and I'm writing a book on him. I've written 2 books on Modi. I will have some understanding of how they operate, right? And I'm saying that they're upset, and that is why I want our Goan leaders to understand, listen, even if Modi and Amit Shah are not upset, okay, and they do nothing, will you continue this will you let this continue? I mean, it hurts me, Suraj, it really hurts me because, everything I see about
what you're thinking is, I get to know from my mind that there could be a major reshuffle kind of a thing or a shake-up in the government. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know whether they're doing it, but what I do believe is that they require a shake-up. I believe Goa requires a shake-up, or it requires one stick that comes and says, I'm going to whip you so that you get in line. See, when a child is not walking the path of what the family wants, then it's incumbent on the parents to correct what is wrong. Because you can turn a blind eye for a very little time. Afterwards, the child gets spoiled. And that's what's happening to Goa. Today, please understand this, Suraj, I stand to lose the most as far as a person who supports the BJP. Okay? But I'm still coming out and saying that even if the BJP decides to take an adverse, I know the center will not, but let's say the local leadership is able to convince the center to take an adverse decision against me. People would think I would lose, everything. It's worth it to lose everything for the future of Goa. I'm telling you, it's worth it. If they are not able to correct themselves, I will be the first person standing saying, you don't correct, the people of Goa will correct you. And I'll lead them to correct you.
Despite this unrest on social media, everything we know, every day we see that so many people are upset with BJP. We thought that before ZP elections also there is anti-incumbency. But when we see the election results, it sees that BJP continues to win, even in Goa and
there's
at the
no
national.
anti-incumbency against BJP.
Yeah,
There's anti-incumbency against leaders in the BJP.
yeah.
That's the huge difference between the two.
Okay.
So there are people that have a problem with certain leaders, not the party. See, what is the problem they have? The problem right now is you don't have opposition. Okay, when I say opposition, the opposition is not a force yet. The opposition did, in its limited capacity, manage to create some impact in certain seats. If BJP was truly a force, then BJP should have got almost 40 seats, no?
Yeah.
They did not. Right? Congress moved from 4 to 10 seats.
Yeah.
That is a worrying factor, because whether you like it or not, they might not be Congress leaders, but there are certainly Congress voters in Goa. There are certainly voters for other political parties in Goa. But why do people believe in the BJP? They believe in the BJP because of Modi. Modi, Mr. Parikar at one point of time, that is the reason people gravitated, no? Today, even when you ask majority of the people, they are saying, okay, Modi is doing something good, so we will turn a blind eye to some of these things. But beyond a time, when you get personally affected by it, then you are going to react. Either you're not going to vote, or you're going to press a nota, you're not going to vote for the party. Please go out and ask a few of the party members how upset they are with the functioning of the party. It is just that nobody is vocal, and I'm vocal, because I believe that if I don't stand up and talk right now, then everything good that Prime Minister Modi does is going to get washed away in Goa. And that I cannot allow to happen. I'm sorry. I love all the BJP leaders in Goa. I like them. Some are good, some are questionable. But the fact of the matter is, I love Goa more than any of them.
Savio, you contested on BJP ticket in Valley.
Yes.
Did you not know that there was corruption in BJP at that time?
No. What I'm trying to tell you right now is that corruption is there.
Yeah.
But corruption has led to the deaths of 25 people, no?
Yeah.
That blindness, that extent of the blindness is what has shocked me. See, when somebody says, okay, there is corruption that happens in the system, I believe that eradication of corruption is something that is going to take us a long time. Why? Because the giver and the taker is the problem, not only the taker. Okay? So when you have a giver giving, I'll give you my election time only an example. There was a lady, she was 72 years of age in one of the wards. She tells me, Baba, I'm getting 7,000, 10,000 rupees from other people. I'll take 3,000 rupees from you. I said, for what, auntie? So I can vote for you, Baba. I said, well, why would you need 3,000? No, the others are giving me, it's only fair I take something from you, no? Right? So I told her, auntie, whenever you're sick, you need 30,000, you need more than that, I'll give it to you. But I'll not give you 3,000 rupees to vote for me. So the giver and the taker is the problems. Right? When I contested the elections in Valley, I went there with the hope that I could bring clean politics into Valley. The people did not recognize me. The people did not accept me as part of the BJP for reasons that they best know, because majority of them were from the Christian community, and majority of them at that point of time were not convinced about the BJP. I don't know what their reaction will be in 2027, because I don't know whether I'm contesting in 2027. That is a choice we'll see when it has to happen. All I'm saying is, before we even get to 2027, forget the elections. Are we going to save Goa or not? Because if there is no Goa left, what elections are you going to fight?
Correct.
What am I might as well pack my bags and go and live in another country if Goa is not going to be. I don't want to stay anywhere else, no?
Savio, as with the BJP top brass already upset with you, where do you see your future now in
You
Goan
mean
politics?
top brass in Goa?
Yeah.
Not top brass, but top brass in Goa.
Goa. Top brass in Goa I'm talking about.
Not the top brass in
No,
Delhi.
Delhi. Delhi I don't know as of now, but in Goa, of course.
Well, I expect them to be upset with it.
You wanted them to be.
No, I expect them to be upset. Okay. But I am upset with them.
Okay.
I am more upset with them than they are with me. And if they don't understand why I'm upset, then I think they really don't have their feet on the ground. People have said, they will send you show cause notice, they will do this, they will do that. I said, listen, they are within their rights to do whatever they want to. I am within my rights to do what I want to know. If they are upset with me for opening my mouth, I am upset with them for allowing the corruption to reach such levels. Please understand, I joined the BJP because of Mr. Manohar Parrikar and because of Mr. Modi. And Mr. Modi has been fighting corruption for the time he's come in power. So should I not follow him or should I follow what they are doing? I want to ask them, Modi said that we will fight corruption, we will eradicate corruption. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. If the corruption of the other political parties are considered to be corruption, shouldn't the corruption within our own party be considered to be corruption? So if you can prove me wrong and tell me what I said is wrong, I will walk out and I'll never be in a political space again.
So finally, as we conclude, the last question to you: what do you want the BJP to do right now? What are the corrective measures you would like?
I want the BJP to ensure that every person involved in the Birch nightclub tragedy, from the chairman who was an IAS officer to the sarpanch, right up till the end where the money trail is, even if it reaches to Delhi, I want every one of them brought and thrown in jail. I want all the illegal nightclubs shut. I want the government to initiate a clampdown on corruption, which basically hinders the common man. Today, the Delhiites can come, the North Indians can come and throw money. But the Goan businessman, the Goan Aam Admi, how much is he suffering? Do they even know? Do they even ask? People are just afraid that we will not speak against the government. You never know what machinery they will use against us. Then what is the difference between us and the Congress? We are a party with a difference, right?
Correct.
We claim to be a party with a difference. I am not fighting the party. I am fighting the corrupt leaders in the party. That's the difference. The party has to open its eyes and see that yes, if Savio has come out and said that there's something wrong, then there has to be some truth in it, no? And if they don't believe me, then I will start putting the truth out, which I have done already. Slowly, I will release more truths out. But I want Goa clean because the people of Goa want it clean. Goa is Dev Bhumi. Our mother is crying. And I'm a son of this mother. Right? I will clean it up, whether the BJP stands with me or not. I believe they will. But if they don't, I will clean it up. माता की आशीर्वाद है, माता के कहने पे ही चल रहा हूँ मैं.
Okay. Thank you, Savio. It was nice talking to you. We spoke for about more than 40 minutes now, and it was intriguing, actually, a very engaging discussion with you. You spoke about what exactly happened, what you want the BJP and Dr. Pramod Sawant government to do in Goa to eradicate these illegalities, the corruption, everything you spoke about. And we are glad to have you here on the studio and on just one phone call. You came all the way from South Goa to the studio. Thank you very much. Dev Bare Guru.
Thank you.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण, गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.